Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ciro Cardoso and I'm very excited by the opportunity to present you this course by Rebelway Python for Houdini artists. And I know that by now you're looking at programming and it seems a little bit intimidating. It can be super difficult. You may not know where to start, or perhaps you already have some coding knowledge or even know some Python, but you are unsure how to apply that knowledge in Houdini. Well, let me assure you that this course was created with you in mind. The goal is to help you to tackle those situations where you ask yourself, is there a tool to do this task, or is there a way to avoid doing this manually? Myself as an artist, I don't like to spend my time on tedious and repetitive work if there is an easy way to do it, and I want to show you that easy way. I designed this course to equip you with the resources, with the tools, and with the knowledge for you to create your own tools. We're going to focus on practical tools inspired by real production scenarios that I have encountered over the years. And let me assure you that Python is the perfect language to start with because it's super user friendly and is widely supported by many other software applications. So Mari, Substance 3D, Maya, Nuke, and many more. So the knowledge you're going to get here will not only help you with Houdini, but will also open the doors for you to create your own tools in other softwares. If you have no prior programming experience, don't worry about that, because the first 2 weeks we are going to focus on core Python concepts through the creation of simple but yet useful tools. So these projects, they are designed to introduce you the basics. It's easy to follow along and you can apply what you learn right away. From week 1, I want you to start coding, getting your hands dirty, and feeling excited about what you can accomplish with this workshop. I will teach you Python through examples because I understand that some of these programming concepts, like working with variables, working with models, with classes, object-oriented programming, it can feel abstract and even boring without any practical applications. So I want to use these examples precisely to help you to understand these initial concepts. So a quick breakdown of these next 8 weeks. Week 1 and 2 is going to be a Python crash course. In the first week, we'll begin with the basics and dive straight into coding, creating two simple yet useful tools. This is going to introduce you to the Houdini Python model, which contains everything that you need to start building tools in Houdini. Then on the second week, we'll start exploring more advanced topics, something like object-oriented programming, where you're going to learn how to work with classes, with models and functions. We're also going to briefly touch on a software called Qt Designer, which is a very useful tool for us to create user interfaces in an easy way. And then by the end of the week, we're also going to create a tool that is going to apply a lot of the knowledge we acquire over these 2 weeks, where we're going to learn how we can reload package, models, menus, and shelf tools that we're then going to create throughout the next couple of weeks. Then week 3, we will build a simple pipeline. And the idea is to explore some of the models that are very important in Python. The OS and JSON model is an example of that. And these models are very important to interacting with the operating system and creating configuration files for our tools. And we'll keep working with PySide2 to build user interface for these tools. Then week 4, we increase the difficulty a little bit. We're going to apply all the knowledge from the previous weeks to develop a tool that is going to start addressing some specific aspects in the pipeline, working with animation, working with nodes, organizing nodes, networks, getting attributes from geometry, and so much more. These tools are going to serve as a foundation for you to start creating your own tools. Week 5, we increase the difficulty even a little bit more because now we're going to code a more complex tool. This tool is going to read a folder that it contains textures, and then using regex and also working with materialx, we are going to create materials based on those textures. And these materials we're going to be able to import in any material library, both in SOPs and LOPs. And we're also going to cover how to work with Python's multiprocessing and subprocess models to optimize the creation of these materials. Then on week 6, we're going to cover HDAs, and Python states. We're going to focus on how we can work with HDAs, working with Python, and learning how to handle events to interact with these HDAs and extend their functionalities. And then finally, week 7 and 8, we're going to turn our attention to Solaris and explore how Python can streamline asset creation and USD workflows. While we won't cover every aspect of Python or the Houdini Python model, this workshop will provide numerous practical examples to make you feel comfortable with coding in Python. We'll start with the basics and gradually increase the difficulty each week. And the primary goal is for you to, at the end of this course, having a solid foundation to start building your own tools without me having to guide you. By the end of this course, I want to show you that coding with Python not only is something easy, but is also very fun to do. Trust me, there is nothing more mind-blowing that you create your first tool, that it works, and you just feel unstoppable. So I hope you are as excited as I am, and let's get started.